Hello, how the heaven are you?
Well,
Heavenly.
yeah.
Well, I'd like to do a year in review if I could take a little extra time. If you want me to wait till the end.
Fire away, brother.
All
Fire
right.
away. You got the floor now, man. Let her rip.
Okay. Last week I celebrated my 73rd birthday. I don't even know how old I am anymore. And at the same time, we celebrated a 1 year in the program. So I turned 73 and I was 71 metabolically. So, 73, 71, big whoop. Okay, not a whole lot of difference. 1 year ago, when I turned 72 and joined the program, my metabolic age was 79. So we rebounded like bouncing off a rubber wall. So anyway, when we first started, talked to you, John, and a lot of this, Chelsea, you reinforced it as I go along. So you collaborated on this year on me. John, you said I was going to lose weight. And I thought, diet, exercise, sure, I'm going to lose weight. I've done it before. And you said, and you'll be able to keep it off. And I said, we'll see. Because that's a time, you got to go ways to do that. You're going to lose fat. And my thought was, yeah, I'm going to diet, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to lose fat. But can I keep it off? Well, it's been a year, 2 rounds on 88 days. And yeah, you were right. I lost fat, I lost weight, and it stayed off. 45 pounds at the end of April, and I'm still 45 pounds. Maybe a little less, a little more, but I haven't checked for a while. So yeah, you were right, weight, fat, sustainable. Now, I want to caution everybody out there that being on the maintenance phase is dangerous. It is real easy to get off track, real easy. The first bite of ice cream, yeah. But it's so easy just to stop and say, hey, wait a minute, turn around, look at my chart. Okay, I need to do this, and easy to fall off, but even easier to get back on track and stay targeted. One of the other things you told me was that you were going to improve my marriage. And I said, good luck with that. And let me explain that. Margaret and I have probably the strongest marriage I've ever encountered. And we don't look at each other as one half of anything. She's not my better half, or I'm not her lesser half, or whatever. We're both whole and complete people. She's fully capable of surviving and operating without me, and likewise with me. Together, we don't make one. We make an 11. You stand one side by side. Everybody thinks when you get married, you become one. When you get married, you create a marriage, which is a single legal entity. You're still a whole and complete person combined into a legal entity. You got to have a license to get married. You got to have a court decision to get unmarried. It's a legal entity. We're whole and complete people. We stand side by side. We make an 11. Every day now that she's retired, we get up, we have coffee, and wait for the sunrise. And as I've sent you a few, we have some beautiful sunrises here in northern Wyoming. But we start our day basically, figuratively and literally holding hands, moving forward to face whatever the day has to offer. When adversities come at us, and we're side by side, in 11, going forward, taking on the world. When adversities come, we stand back to back, protecting each other from whatever's coming at us. We're an 11. We're wreaking havoc through the adversities. So you were going to have to go some to improve this marriage, John. I took it on faith on the other stuff. With this, I said, nah, ain't going to happen. you can't do it. But I have I'll explain this in a minute, but I have a rhetorical question. Do you ever get tired of being right? With your daily videos where we personally got to know you guys at a gut level, heart level, we've become so knowledgeable about who you are as a couple, as an individuals, brings a comfort level that we both together can say we're part of something special here. Okay, you've proven that our decision to trust you was a good one. And then every Tuesday night we get together and we listen to everybody out here, all our friends, relatives, the EH family. We listen to the success, we see the joy, the happiness, the laughter. I call all of us, all of you guys are superheroes. That you're my superheroes, super action heroes. You had problems. You knew there was an answer. Everybody around you was telling you there's no answer, but you knew there was one. And when you found that answer, you found the tool and you reached out, you grabbed that tool and you're attacking your issues, despite what anybody else said. Okay, this is an incredible place to be. Together, we're experiencing this, and our relationship is getting stronger because of our association with all of you. How did you do it, John? I'm sorry, but I'm totally blown away that the richness that has increased in our marriage just because of all of you, John, Chelsea, and everybody else. You've been part of enriching our marriage and my life. Thank you. From whatever bottom of whatever part you want to say, thank you. Okay. The one thing, John, that you failed to tell me is, and you need to put this on a video, okay, for the daily consumption. You failed to tell me how exhausting, how absolutely amazingly exhausting it is being a trophy husband. I need more energy. That's it. Thank you for a fabulous year. Can't wait for the next one.
Margaret.
You know, well, I wasn't prepared to. I'm just hanging out. You know, I hang out with him everywhere he goes. But ditto, a lot of what he said, and I feel the same. Is that you made promises to us a year ago, and some of it sounded like might be too good to be true. But if it is true, let's give it a shot. You know, they're guaranteeing it. So we feel a year later, it's really the best investment we've made in our lives, and mainly because it's an investment in ourselves. And I guess what I'll just say for me, as far as, you know, it's a health and wellness program. And so my biggest health issue when I started was joint pain, you know, which I had for decades in different joints in my body. So it wasn't a new thing, but I wasn't, you know, seeing doctors regularly for anything. So when our coach Alyssa said, well, what's your main reason for being on the program? We said, well, we're pretty healthy, but we just want to be healthier. But when she questioned further, you know, do you have any arthritis? And I said, yeah, I probably have arthritis in every joint in my body. And at different stages of my life, I had, you know, foot pain so bad, for instance, starting probably in my 20s, you know, so I couldn't wear pretty shoes like women like to wear. You know, I definitely just had a very small amount of shoes, and over the years it started to get harder and harder to buy shoes, you know, that didn't hurt my feet, and I never wanted to have surgery, which was, you know, basically the only answer that the medical field had for me. But you know, and I've had pain in my fingers, and I've been keyboarding, you know, for work pretty much all my life. And some days, you know, it was just like the stiffness, the pain, it was uncomfortable. And after 8 hours of, you know, keyboarding, it would be pretty bad. And then the other pain, you know, in the knees and in the hips. And I have to say that after a year, I look back now and I said, well, I don't really have any serious problems, but I noticed that my feet don't hurt anymore. I can wear any shoes I want now. I still have my, you know, my dance goes and the ones that, you know, kept your big toe from flexing so it wouldn't be so painful and everything. But I don't have any foot pain. And we went a couple of weeks ago, we went on a hike in the mountains, and we hadn't been hiking actually in years, you know, and we wound up being out 2 hours, and it was, you know, we were tired the next couple of days, but I didn't have any foot pain. And, you know, so that was awesome. I'm still working a little bit, I get with the hip, but it's greatly improved. And my hands, you know, I mean, I don't have that, you know, where you had at the base of the fingers, it would just ache. And one of the, you know, the wonderful things about that is that most people, I think, especially as we age, and your doctors will even say, well, everybody has joint pain, everybody gets arthritis as they age. And so we get to live with it, you know. I mean, I've been living with these pains for years and didn't know that there was any solution. And then all this, you know, I just go through the program, and then a year later I say, my hands don't hurt, my feet don't hurt, you know. So I can do things, because when your feet hurt, you can't walk, you can't get around the way you want to. And when your hands hurt and you like to do crafts like I do, you know, I like to do artistic things, and I just got a piano and, you know, so I mean, I need strength and flexibility in my hands and lack of pain. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
That is so great. That is so great. Well, both of you guys are glowing. Yes. You're glowing. That's a glowing testimony. Very inspiring, you know, on both fronts. And we totally love you guys. And yeah, John, those sunsets are spectacular. Thank you for sending those to me from time to time. Always inspiring, but I'm most inspired just that you guys are living a full life in your 70s, to have no pain in your 70s, and to be able to go and enjoy and do things and not take up the piano and do all that. That is joy.
Yes.
So we just rejoice and celebrate with you guys.
Yeah. And it's such a powerful testimony, you know, that no matter how good you think anything in life is, that it can always be improved, you know, and it's so humbling to hear your testimony, because you guys are such an inspiration to so many people that are listening for the first time, you know, and especially a year later, it just is, it's really rich. So thank you guys so much.
Yep. Thank you both.